All right, today is July 22nd, 2024. I had already did my value area high and low. How to see my point of control. Let's do that real quickly. I did my those areas the night before to prepare me for today for the week. Um, we in my review, I noticed that NQ closed the gap. That's a little bit lower than ES. ES haven't reached that gap yet. Don't know if ES gonna reach it. It also has ES also has a gap above it. There's a high gap and a low gap, and I'll show those in a bit. Let me make sure that I have point of control on. Should I have point of control on NQ before I move on? Alright, I did NQ's point of control. Okay, so just on ES I didn't do it. Not sure why I didn't. So um, actually leaving extended hours off. We'll go to the daily. So ES has a gap right here above, and then right down here, right? So it's kind of like in between this whole section from June um, 17th to July 16th. So about a month apart. So probably in a month candle, but like a half month candle because it's split into two different months. If that even makes sense. To max, let's do month and let's here. All right, so right now it looks like maybe we're showing signs of weakness, and since I didn't mark where the gap was, I don't know where it is real quickly. Let me to do some house cleaning. I need to delete something. This is good. Let me use this blank chart. Let's get rid of value. Let's go back to the daily. Let's mark those areas. This is the gap high. And okay, didn't write the words out, but then we have gap. Let's do the gap low to this one here. Even though I want to do it here, but this is the peak of it in a sense. Let's start filling the gap. Gap low. All right. Oh, I wrote high gap. I'm getting there. Okay. So that's what we're working with here. So we go to the monthly, right? So we basically need to see how price reacts in this area here. I'm going to do something real quickly. I want to see if that even presents it. Does it even show? Yeah, it does show. Alright, so our highest value on our monthly is here, which is April. Let's go to the weekly. Alright, so very strong volume here. Strong volume right here. That's too low. Well, these are our next highest strong volume. This one here comes first. Yeah, because we kind of like went through that. So this one here come first. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would be interesting to see price comes down. I'm not gonna say surprised to 5,200. All right. So, but we are in an uptrend. Looks like. So if we were to break that trend, I wouldn't be surprised to see with the 200 get reach. Are we in the channel? No. We might two individual channels. We have this one here and then this one here. So we created channel here that it broke out of. Can't even draw that correctly. tighter. Hard for me to draw that channel. Not gonna lie. Let's try it from this angle. I just can't really get into that. So maybe a wedge. Then we have another we also have another trend in here that we have happening. Kind of like flows right into it. So look like we had a breakout and then price caught itself and bounced up. So this would be an area of interest right here where it caught itself and jumped up. So I'm going to, this is just for analyzing purposes. I would like to see this gap get filled though. So which is about 100 points away. Yeah, it's about 100 points away. I'd like to see that gap get filled for sure. Do we have volume in that gap? A little bit. So that's where I'm at as far as what I'm looking for. If I go into my channel, I do have that mark over here, but it's just a line. So I can get rid of this quadrant here. All right. So right now we are showing severe selling pressure. Going down. So even though we're in an uptrend, there's a lot of volume that came in for selling wise. And then our next stop, we're even at it now. We have here, and then the gap fill. So we have a lot more potential downside to go through. But those are my levels with value area high and value area low. So now I'm going to look at the pre-market to see where we had any volume that stood out. So we have a little volume right here, not much. I would have preferred it to be here on a Sunday. So I'm just going to mark this for now. And then prices in this uptrend here. I see volume, but I don't see any rejection. I can get rid of this. Value area will be noted as being broken. We did test it on Sunday, dropped down to point of control, and then it moved up, right? And then broke the high of the value. This was just tested. I'll leave that like that. Let's go to NQ real quickly. Same exact thing happened. Tested the value area high, came down, tested the point of control, broke value area high. It's not moving higher. Right? It does also have this right here. Alright, so back to ES, and let's take a look at what's happening here. Okay. So we got almost like a doji candle. So I'm going to mark it because it's volume there, and price was red. And look like buyer stepped in and pushed it. And buyer's bought on red. So that'll be our level of interest for now. Let's go back to NQ. And exact same thing. It's a little higher on that. I'm going to mark this one a little lower. Because NQ does move pretty huge. Let's make huge movement, and then there. Okay. So that's basically it for that. And VIX bounced off of a level that I had here for a while now. And right now it's moving lower. May come down to this and bounce. I may not. I'll come back to VIX in a bit. But at least let me extend these boxes out. And then let's go into, alright, so we're going towards ADR levels, 59.3, 5,600. Yep, so basically where it's at. I'm just gonna write the ADR level because I'm basically there with that already. So 559325. All right, so that's where we are with it. That our demand one is at 5536, which is a prior settlement price. Looks like 5536. So I'm gonna put it there. It's close enough. All right, let's do NQ. All right, so kind of there already. Going to not even market. Well, actually, I'll make it light and faint. So when I review later, I can see that. 80. There we go. All right, and then we have 19589. Interesting level. Just take this one. 19589. Demand. Green. Alright, so basically at a previous value area low. So, and then we have settlement price. Basically in the same area as point of control. Alright, so I do have a lot of dance on this chart. I'm not too much feeling all of this. But I'm been much better with reading around all of it. Okay, same thing. All right, so those are basically my levels. Um, I'm gonna keep an eye on this higher levels that I have here. Um, if we decide to bounce up higher, I don't see anything that's catching my attention to go long nor short. Maybe we come back down here. We are above VWAP, and VIX is coming down towards our level down here, or my level down here that I have. So aside from that, you know, maybe just look for longs because this is a nice level for it to bounce off of. Maybe look for longs is what I'll do. Double top. going to keep an eye on just a higher time frame. I don't have anything that's sticking out to me that caught my attention. Let's look at news. No news here. Nothing here. So the only news that we have is that Biden decided to step down from the presidential election race. That's probably the only news that might drive the market. So yeah, so these are the two major news. Actually, we had a outage on Microsoft with a second company. They're saying that things might be bad, so maybe we'll see the price in the market go up. Maybe people will buy instead. So like I said, longs are the only thing that I have in mind so far. For now, don't have any news coming up, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I'll look for probably longs here, look for shorts maybe here or maybe even up here. But I'm gonna look for patterns that make sense on my chart. Right now, I don't have anything that's making sense, not any reason to go long or any reason to go short. So I'll be looking for volume, 10K volume, high volume like this one here. If we push down, I definitely look for a retest. That's pretty much it. I think I hit everything that I need to talk about for me. Reviewed everything I needed to review. I don't think I have anything else that I need to be focusing on aside from I didn't even do that. Let's do that real quickly. This seemed to have helped last time as well, but I think I'm in the right mindset for that. Pre-market. We're playing a high volume game. That would be my rejection area here. So kind of like what I have here on my what I have on the other chart. So that's another chart, another thing that I'll be looking for as far as levels wise. I'll have this up. So I'll have this up. So yeah. So if price can break above, retest, I'll take it. Price can bounce, reject, I'll take it. Um, that's pretty much it for that. Okay, so I'm done. I have this up on my other chart. I'll keep an eye on these price actions on there, as well as keep a price on the volume. So be back at post for a review.